Hey you, it's your girl Belinda, and this is another episode of Go Africa, only found at Exposure Plus TV. And today in studio we have a very beautiful lady. Kindly introduce yourself.
Hi everybody, my name is Winnie Ongoje. I'm visually impaired or blind, and I'm a physiotherapist.
Welcome to the studio, Winnie, and it's such a pleasure to host you. I'm so
Thank you.
excited. Now that today we'll be talking about love, we'll be talking about intimacy and some of the emotional violence that both men and women go through in relationships and how even to come out of them. So perhaps you can tell me your journey. Tell me your love story. You know, when it comes to love, what love's got to do, you know. Yes.
Just like starting from what I used to hear before when I was growing up, love was something that we couldn't talk about with our parents. And growing up, I found that love was only for the big people, quote unquote. And so what I didn't know is that I was not told the accurate things. I just knew if you hang out with boys, you have sex, then you get pregnant and get HIV. So I knew nothing more about a relationship and love as a whole. So when I was growing up, I lived with that fear. Of course, I really wanted to make my mom proud. And the way she was putting it, it was like it was a very, very bad and awkward thing. So when I grew up to high school, I did primary, high school. Then after, when I reached like 23 years is when now I was like trying to find it now, to feel what is that love apart from siblings or parental love or just people around you who love you. So I really wanted to know how this love tastes like, how to go about it. And so I met someone. Yeah.
At what age?
At the age of 23. Yeah, we met and first we became friends. And at that time I was naive, I can say, because I didn't know a lot of things. But at the same time I was playing to be a know-it-all girl. So I didn't want him to know that I don't know a lot of things concerning love. And so that period, it was like 2 years of dating. That period I learned a lot about sex, about love, and so I didn't differentiate genuine love and just love and and lust and infatuation, or even someone who is possessed with you, you see. And so at that time, around 23, 4, 5, I now established myself and knew not everyone who tells you loves you does that, like loves you from their heart. And so because I was really yearning to know what it was, I fell into it, and I found myself, I was the one initiating everything. I was the one, it was not working at that time. And so that time I took a break and I had a lot of heartbreak. In fact, it was my first heartbreak, and I told myself I'll never be in love again. And you see, I didn't know better. And so I stayed for some time, like 2-3 years. Then kaboom, I met someone else.
And let us just pause.
Wow.
The first love story.
Yeah.
What was the name of this guy who broke your heart? Is it a Brian? Is it a Morris?
Oh
The
my
notorious
gosh.
guy. Or is it a Peter or a Patrick? We want to know. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a JACK, Jack.
A Jack. Oh, really?
And I loved him because he had a lot of knowledge, and I didn't know that
Was he
that
a
was just
professor?
a tool. It was just his tool for just playing around or making sure that he gets what he wants. Yeah. But I loved him, but I don't know if he loved me or he was just, you see. And also people like tend to see you, now that I've said I'm blind, people tend to give you that pity love, you see. Yeah, when he was walking with me, at times he's like, when he is with his friends, is like treating me so special until you feel, what if at times when I'm with him, I don't see that treatment. But at times when he's different people, like he says maybe I'm his friend, he doesn't introduce me as a girlfriend or a love. And sometimes when he's is like trying to prove some things around him, or maybe. Yeah, just as I was saying, it seems that he was not, he had like just pity for me, maybe, or something, yeah. But to me, I really yearned for that love. And so I dived in with my, with my whole
everything.
self, yes, with everything. And so getting, at times I could get heartbreaks from him. He could at times tell me and confess to me some things that he has done, including even
Cheating on you?
cheating on me with his
Really?
ex. So I didn't know who was the ex and who was the side chick between me and the guy. And so I used to really like saying, maybe I'm overthinking, or maybe I should just hold on, because I had come to a point that maybe I wouldn't get someone who loved me the way I am, you see. And now he had like, quote unquote, told me he has pure intentions and everything. And so I believed everything from the first time. Yeah, but it came to a point, things are not working out. He told me he's now going back to school, medical school. Told me now he's going to, in fact, I knew I'm going to get married to him.
A doctor.
Yeah. And me a physiotherapist. So I started then I started asking him about his plans, future plans, of course. And he gave me a time plan for 10 years. And that time I was 23, 24. And now I said, now I'll get married at 34.
Yeah.
And he told me the probability is not yet sure. And so, it ringed on my mind.
It dawned on you that
Yes.
this guy was not into you.
Yes, he was not serious. Maybe he was just dating for the sake of dating. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How intimate were you with him?
Very intimate.
Extremely intimate?
Extremely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was like practically your first love.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank God you didn't end up with him, because he would have just wasted your time.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So tell me more.
Yeah, so I stayed. I decided, of course, I was bitter. I didn't want to like get those vibes of people just coming approaching you. So I was like once bitten, twice shy. And so I never wanted to give anyone a chance. Yeah.
Yes.
I never even wanted to befriend a man or a guy. So I just stayed like that. Then it came to a point, I was living alone, and there's that loneliness you feel. I used to load a lot of airtime on my phone just to talk to people, my family, my siblings, but there was something amiss.
You turned your house to a customer care center.
Yes, kind of. Yeah, and there was that I told myself, I can give myself a second chance. Yeah.
Yes.
So we started, there was a training that I was attending. It was a life coaching on greatness dream building program. And so I'm a bubbly person.
Yes,
I
you're
really
very
love
bubbly.
I'm very sociable. And I really love to live life. So I met someone there. In fact, he spotted me. Then I was attracted to him, I think. Then there was a time we were supposed to have our exams or assessments. Then he came and told me, because I was very scared because I had not attended most of the classes because I was working the same time.
Yes.
So, and I was like, no, where will we get the notes? I've not been recording. The teacher hasn't said the recordings. And so this guy told me, just give me your number. I'll send you, and your email address. You give me your number and your email address. I'll send you the notes. The notes have never been sent to date.
So you're still waiting for
I'm
the
still
notes.
waiting for the notes. Yeah, that's how we got my number. I started talking. Yeah, but I wasn't very sure. I know this time round, I was very like, because I was like researching how will you know if someone is really, really into you. And so I decided that I challenged him after like dating for 8 months. And this time we were not meeting.
Oh, you had already dated for 8 months with this guy?
No, that time we met, we started dating. But we were not one-on-one dating, we were not meeting. Because now, I didn't want to give myself to him first before I know his intentions or something. I wanted to see if he's persistent, if he's patient and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so I said, and then he used to tell me that he wants to meet my people. He wants to, because I told me the only way you can get me is when you come and face my people and tell them that you are really
Like
into me.
your family members?
Yes, my family members, my parents, yes. And so he told me, yeah, that one I can do. And so I was, in my little mind, I was assured, like, yes,
Now
he's
this
the
is
one.
the guy. This is the prince.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then I really wanted a description of my ideal guy. He was tall. I wanted a really tall man. Not very big, like just medium size. And handsome and dark, but not dark.
You wanted a TDH. Tall, dark, and handsome.
Yes.
So tall, I know you can feel tall, but how
Yes.
did you feel that he's dark?
So now I started engaging my friend and asked her, how do you see this man? And it was like, oh, he's handsome, he's good, he has a good personality, he has a good smell and everything. So I was asking different people so that I get, so that maybe I don't settle on one person's opinion. Yeah, and so my heart really opened to him and I started feeling that love. But now I was wondering, is it because time is going, or is it because I want to feel a sense of belonging or something?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So to cut it short, he came. In fact, I'm the one who went to my siblings and told them there's a guy who's dating me and he wants to come. And my family was like, yes, let him come. So they arranged from his side. And before even he could arrange, he had already introduced me to his family. They have a very big extended family. He introduced me to his family, to his friend. I was like, yeah, this is the guy. So they came to our place. Then they said their intentions. Then they were, my family resides, my parents are in the rural home. So they met my sisters, my brothers, and so they talked. And now we set a day of dowry payment in the village now. Yeah, so it took like 4 or 5 months. Then we went down to the village. He came and paid dowry, and we set the date for the wedding. Yes. Yeah, so everything happened, of course.
That was fast.
Sorry?
That was very fast.
Because he was like, I don't want to date. I'm tired of dating. Me too, I was like, I don't want to date like 4 or 5 years. Then someone tells me I have still 4 more years to do 1 to 3, then get married to you. Yeah. So me too, I didn't want someone to date me and like take a lot of time with me, sharing my body like food. Yeah, so me too, I saw it was okay because it was like
okay.
1 year, 8 months like this, yeah.
Then you got married.
Yes.
In a church wedding?
Yes, in a church wedding.
Wow. I can just imagine how beautiful you were in that white dress. I believe it was white.
Yeah, it was
it
white.
White or cream?
White.
You know why I'm asking?
Yeah.
Do you know the difference between a white?
The difference, I think, is cream is people who have stayed together for some time.
Yes.
Or even gotten a baby. Then they go and like get married now in a white wedding, but now the bride wears the cream.
The cream one.
Yes.
Good. You know the difference.
Yeah.
And then tell me more. What happened? What happened when you left? Did you face any challenge around your wedding or anything, or things just went on smoothly? Because some couples face a lot of challenges around the wedding time.
Yeah, there was a lot of challenges because to start with, now we were both in employment, him and me also. Now that time, even when he was almost paying the dowry, now his job, like the contract, the contract was over, and they did not sign up for another one, and so the job like stopped.
Wow, the contract was terminated.
Yes,
Wow.
yeah.
What?
Yeah. And so for me also, I was also hustling here and there. Yeah, and also the financial issues. And also, you know, at times what I'm expecting or what our expectations are not like the same. For example, I'm thinking in this way, he's not thinking in that way. And so for us to be at equilibrium at times, it could take another person to like shed that light on us. Yeah, but it was in the midst of all those challenges we managed.
You managed.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, our viewers, just hold that thought. Don't go anywhere. We are taking a commercial break. Right back. Welcome back, our viewers. And as Winnie was telling us how, you know, the wedding was glamorous, people ate, people danced, people drank, and then now she went for honeymoon. Yes, Winnie, tell us what happened there.
Yes, now it came to a time we went to honeymoon after the wedding. First, our family now from my husband's sides, they organized a very big party for us.
Yes.
Yes, we went and the party was good. Then after that, we went for our honeymoon. Yeah, it was good, but now I was still like hesitant about myself, and also I was overwhelmed because now I was tired the whole day and everything, and I don't know what to expect. Now you see, during dating, people tend to like, you really have that lust for each other, or you really want to be the two of you somewhere and everything.
Yes.
I know when that came, when that time came, now I was like afraid again, and I was like, let's just sleep and we'll follow the program tomorrow.
What were you afraid of, really?
No, it was like a real, you see, a real thing. Now, there's no one who is going like, you'll not be thinking about, oh, I'm supposed to be at home now at this time. I'm supposed to be doing this. Now it's a real show. Yeah, so the honeymoon was good. Then we stayed there for some time. Then we came back home to our house, now our new house.
Yes.
Yes, we came back home and started like opening our gifts, seeing them and arranging them. It was a good experience. Yeah, and everything was good. And remember, everyone who is in a relationships usually has like a draft of how he would like to lead his life or their lives together.
Yes.
And so for me, church was a main thing for me because my background, we've been raised like that, like you have to go to church.
Yes.
Yes, regardless, just go. So I was like, I had we planned a lot of things, even the eating habits in our house, the food program. Yeah, we had everything we had planned together.
Yes.
Because during our counseling sessions, we were advised everything that you do, you complement each other in everything. Now you have to do things together. You have to be transparent to each other, faithful, yes. And so I was, in my head, I was seeing this picture of a good life. There's going to be, we'll be understanding each other. Communication is going to be key. And everything is going to roll out very, very well, provided that we all respect each other's boundaries and values. And so the first thing I started noticing after staying like for 1 month, it was church, because I minister a lot in church.
Yes.
Yes. So going to church now became like I have to force, like to lure or something, or even I have to spend a lot of time in the morning just preparing my husband and I to go to church. So for me, it was like overwhelming, because I was like, tomorrow we are going to church at 8 a.m. And he says, okay, then in the morning, the plans changes. And now I feel very, very sad. And now he's your husband, he's your love, he's your babe, he's your sweetheart. Now you don't want also, yes, you don't want even to start arguing. And so I decided that I have to go to church with him. So I used to get late a lot, or even miss church. And now we decided maybe he doesn't love our church or something. Maybe we can settle and go to another church that he's comfortable. Yeah. So we tried that, and also I noticed the problem was not the church now. The problem was him.
Yes.
So I decided that I'm not going to live his life. I'll live my life. But of course now that becomes a challenge, because now you're two people in the same house and everybody has his own or her own way of doing things.
Yes.
And so I didn't want to let go. And these are things that really push us as women or even men to the wall, because you're really struggling to like do something, but that person, that thing is not in him. The thing that you're struggling to make him do,
Yes.
he doesn't see the sense of doing it. Yeah. And so it started slowly, and now you see you can't even, you go to church, people ask you, where's your husband? You have to lie, he's at work.
Yeah, he's gone for work.
Yeah, he's gone.
You know.
No, you keep on covering and finding stories to tell them he's going to work, because people are like, oh, this woman was just married the other year,
day,
and
yes.
now you have to look for someone to guide you. You see. So I started like assuming, but it was really getting
Hurting you.
and hurting me. And now we could talk, and he tells me maybe he'll be going to the second service or something. So eventually we parted ways in in the church thing. And so I decided to tell him, if you decide to go, the church is open. You can just go. But if you don't want to go, me, I won't stop going because you're not going. Yeah, so it was that. Then he had his friends again.
I'm sorry for interjecting.
Yeah.
Was he okay with other people taking you to church, because he knew very well that, you know, you could not take yourself to church simply because you're blind?
Yeah.
So was he okay with that whole program or idea of some people taking you to church?
Yeah, he was okay, but provided he was a guy, I could see some
Hesitation.
some hesitation, and like I was like, no, you don't want to take me now. I'll just go with anybody now. Yeah. So it went like that until now. He started like he went back to drinking.
He was drinking.
Yeah, he had told me earlier that he used to drink, then he quit. Yeah, and went back to salvation. And so I discovered at times he could come at home, and I could feel the stench for alcohol. Maybe I could ask him, and he could tell me, oh, I met with a friend of mine, we were just chilling, and he decided, there's this thing he used to tell me, that if you're with your friend and you used to drink together, if he buys you a drink and you refuse, that now that he'll see you that you are despising him. And so
That's a lie.
yeah,
That's a lie.
and you see, my husband really used emotional violence, and because I couldn't believe anything he told me. I knew it was right. I was like, I was picturing myself like, if now, for example, my friend Belinda calls me for tea, if I don't take, he'll see bad. And so
bad.
yeah, I used to reason like that, and I was like, but these friends of yours, they buy you alcohol every day, they have a lot of money. Yeah. And so it grew from this to that, from this to that. At times, even, you know, you see, if you start living a reckless life, even your sense of responsibility now goes down in the family. And so I decided that, you see, when we are cancelled, we are being told, you complement each other.
Yes.
So at times, if he couldn't have any support for the house, or he couldn't exercise his responsibility, the iron lady I was, and I'm still still an iron lady.
Yes.
I'll really find a way of providing. And I was looking at the context that this is our house. We use everything together and everything. Now what if this is not there and he doesn't have? So I really used to pity him also, because he had lost his work also.
But where was he getting the money to drink?
He had lost his regular work, but now he could go to some work. But me, as the way I used to grow up, I never, like, my mom really used to tell us, you don't accept money from men.
Okay.
And so I grew up with that. I couldn't ask money from him or something.
All right.
So I knew it's either I do it my way or I do it.
Wow. To our viewers, Winnie will leave it at that. The husband decided now to go back to drinking, and there is more. So until next time, because there's a part 2 of this series, and we have decided that this series is called The Man I Met Is Not the Man I Married. So watch out for part 2 of The Man I Met Is Not the Man I Married. Until next time, I'm your favorite host, Belinda Odhiambo. Bye-bye.